there, so you're thinking about making a move to Salt Lake City, but you really want to get your bearings on the different areas, the different parts, and actually the quadrants of the 4 quadrants that are part of Salt Lake City. So today I'm going to walk you through the 4 different quadrants of Salt Lake City, some of the neighborhoods and surrounding areas there, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about Salt Lake City and the surrounding areas. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My team and I would love to connect with you. So let's hop right in. Today, I have quite a few notes that I have for you today because I've really been doing my homework too. I know Salt Lake City really well, but I want to give you accurate information on these 4 different quadrants and the 4 different neighborhoods that if you are thinking about making a move, hopefully this will give you kind of an understanding and kind of point you in whatever direction feels most comfortable for you. Because I have people reaching out all the time that are saying, you know, Mariah, I've seen things about Sugar House, but then I want to know more about Capitol Hill. So today we're going to really just break down those 4 quadrants, where those 4 quadrants are located, and then kind of just give you a little bit of an understanding and a snapshot of these different areas of the city. So the first thing that you should know is that Salt Lake City is divided up into a grid system. Yes, a grid system. And what I mean by that is you basically have what is Main Street and where Temple Square is. Temple Square is technically like in the middle of Salt Lake City. And from where Temple Square is, that's kind of like the main starting point in Salt Lake City. So on that grid, basically, if you go up 1 block, you're going up 100. If you're going down, basically, if you're going up north 100, or you're going south 100. If you are going over a block to the east, you're going over 100 east. If you're going to the west, you're going over 100 west. So why is this even important? Well, this is important because Salt Lake is divided in, it's a grid system, but it's also divided into these 4 quadrants. So sometimes if you are, giving somebody your address and you're saying, oh, okay, I'm located at 100 north and 100 east. It actually, once you figure out this grid system, it makes sense because you're basically going, oh, it's almost like Battleship, right? Where you're like, I'm going up and I'm going over. And let's say if you're going 200 north and 300 east, you're basically going up 200, 2 blocks and you're going over 3 blocks. So in the beginning, it's a little confusing, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be like, oh, this actually makes a lot of sense. So let's talk about the 4 different grids. The first one, and again, I've got my notes here so I can just share with you some of these different things. The northeast quadrant, so the northeast, when you're going up a little bit from where Temple Square is, you're going north and then you're going east to the mountains. And let me read some of the different pros and really just some of the advantages that people experience, in that north quadrant. So you can expect places like Sugar House in the northeast quadrant, and you're going to have lots of walkable neighborhoods, vibrant nightlife. You will be, have great proximity to downtown Salt Lake. You still have that historical charm. Many of the homes that are built there were built earlier on, 40s, 50s, 60s. So you're going to see a lot of brick. You're going to see more historical charm there. But you're also going to see a lot of homes that have been renovated too. So a lot of homes with that. Also, easy accessibility to the transportation system and especially the Utah light rail. So that's that. And you're going to see in that northeast quadrant, you're going to see Sugar House is a big one there. Sometimes when people are talking about like the disadvantages of Sugar House, generally it's going to be higher rent prices because of the walkability, because of all the cute shops and restaurants, the historical charm, and all that it has to offer. But historically, rent prices are going to be a little bit more. Older homes typically need some renovation. And so with that, sometimes people are like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to commit to all the renovation." And then you're also going to have a little bit more dense living situation, more houses closer together. So just know that about the northeast quadrant of Salt Lake City, and that's going to be more of your Sugar House area. Let's go down to the northwest quadrant. And the northwest quadrant, this is going to be more affordable housing options compared to some of the other quadrants. Family-friendly neighborhoods, there's a mix of established areas and then also new developments in that northwest quadrant. Some disadvantages to that area: longer commute times down to Salt Lake City, potential fewer like entertainment options if you're looking for more entertainment, and more limited public transportation. So that's going to be in that northwest quadrant instead of the northeast quadrant. So let's go down to the southeast quadrant, and this is basically down below Sugar House. Generally, you're going to have a little bit more spacious living in this quadrant, quieter neighborhoods. You're going to have more foothills with mountain views. But you're also, a disadvantage in this area is you're a little bit farther from the city. Some people are very happy with that and are happy to be a little bit farther out. These are areas when we're talking about like the north, when we're talking about like the southeast quadrant, we're talking about, even as far as like Sandy and Murray and some of these areas that are outside of the city, more or less. So it's a little bit farther away, less transportation options, longer commute if you're commuting into the city. So, but other people like it because more space, family friendly, nature lovers, closer to the mountains on the east side there. And let's talk about the last one, and this is the southwest quadrant. This is one of the fastest, yes, this is one of the fastest growing quadrants in and around Salt Lake. This is where we're talking about like South Jordan, West Jordan, Harriman, Bluffdale. All of that is just exploded with new home construction. Many people are like, "Oh, great, I'll take the new home." But with that being said, a lot of new developments. There's a mix of urban and suburban. You're going to have areas like Daybreak that are in there too, and you have it. Proximity to the airport is fairly close. Some people are, just know it can be more limited transportation, public transportation, potential for a little bit higher housing costs in some of the areas and some not. And what I mean by this depends on how close you are and depends on the new home construction that you're getting. If you are looking into townhomes, condos, yes, that's going to be more affordable than a single family home. Also, you're going to see more dense living. So a lot of these new home constructions, unless you're going the custom home build, a lot of these production builders are building homes like right on top of each other. So if you're looking for a little bit more space, you're probably going to want to go with a home that maybe is a little bit older because you're going to get a little bit more land. But a lot of the new home construction, unless you are going even like the semi-custom route, then those lots can even be a little bit larger, but you're going to see smaller lot sizes and a lot of new home construction. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a snapshot of some of those different areas. If you want to know more about these different areas, my team and I, we have a hotspot guide. A free hotspot guide basically gives you an idea of these 4 quadrants. Comment down below the word guide and we'd be happy to send that over. We also have a free moving to Utah guide as well. If you would like a copy of that, comment the word guide down below too. And if you have any other questions, you're thinking about maybe moving to Salt Lake City, feel free to give my team and I a call. We hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care and have a great one. Bye.